University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello, ahead of us another workout for the unfeasibly large grey cells of the student mind. Tonight's winners will go through to the second round. The losers could also earn the chance to play again if their total puts them among the 4 highest scoring losing teams from these first round matches. Now, the 4 from Brasenose-Oxford represent an institution thought to be named after a brass door knocker in the shape of a nose. The college was founded on the site of the medieval Brasenose Hall and credits its existence to the energies of 2 northerners, the lawyer Sir Richard Sutton, who acquired its land, and the Bishop of Lincoln, William Smith, who provided its funding. The college retains strong links with the north of England for several centuries. After a period of penury in the 17th century, when Charles I sold off the college's silver to pay for the Civil War, it recovered its fortunes and by the following century was one of the richest colleges in Oxford, gaining a reputation for providing just enough education for the sons of the landed gentry to keep track of their gambling debts. Alumni include the broadcaster Michael Palin, the writers John Buchan and William Golding, and David Cameron. With an average age of 19, representing around 570 students, let's meet the Brasenose team.
Hello, I'm Louise Nadir. I'm from Manchester, and I'm in my second year reading French and Italian.
Hi, I'm Gwen Cartwright. I'm originally from Cardiff, and I'm in my first year reading medicine.
And here's their captain.
Hi, I'm Rosie Thomas. I'm from Loughborough in Leicestershire, and I'm in my second year reading philosophy, politics and economics.
Hi, I'm Russell Black. I'm from Droitwich in Worcestershire, and I'm reading history and economics.
Now, the University of Durham has a claim to be the 3rd oldest in England after Oxford and Cambridge. It was founded in 1832 by William van Mildert, the last Prince Bishop of Durham. It received its royal charter from William IV in 1837. A hall of residence in the 11th century castle is the world's oldest occupied university building, and it's among 63 of the university properties to be listed. The university comprises 16 colleges, which provide accommodation and pastoral care, but not teaching, which is why Durham enters this contest as a single entity. Alumni include the broadcasters George Alagar, Gabby Logan and Jeremy Vine, and the cricketer Andrew Strauss. With an average age of 21, representing around 16,000 students, let's meet the Durham team.
Hello, I'm Daniel Morgan-Thomas. I'm from East London, and I'm studying history and classics.
Hi, I'm Freddie Lloyd. I'm from Penshurst in Kent, and I'm studying philosophy.
Their captain.
Hi, I'm Fred Harvey. I'm from Vidlington in East Yorkshire, and I'm studying physics.
Hello, I'm Nikhil Boydshah. I'm from Bournemouth in Dorset, and I'm studying law.
OK, you all know the rules. 10 points for starters, 15 for bonuses. Fingers on the buzzers. Here's your first starter for 10. A hunting cry, a refinement of the term gelding, the family names of the Dukes of Bedford and Westminster, an Irish baronet and art collector, and a naval victory of 1805, all give their names to what notable features in London?
Durham Boydshah.
Squares.
Correct. You get the first bonuses, Durham. They're on scientists born in 1914. Firstly, the winner of the Nobel Peace Prize in 1970, which Iowa-born agricultural scientist has been described as the father of the Green Revolution?
Lovelock?
No, it's Norman Borlaug. Secondly, best known for his work with otters, which Scottish naturalist's works include the 1960 book Ring of Bright Water?
William something, I don't know, something Scottish. McGregor? It's a bit of a guess, but something Scottish.
McGregor?
No, it's Gavin Maxwell. Born in New York in 1914, which physician developed the first safe and effective vaccine for polio?
Yeah. Jonas Salk.
Correct. 10 points for this starter question. The words age, constant, energy, edge, function, distribution, fluid, sphere and transition may all be preceded by which surname to give the names of concepts in physics? The physicist in question is also commemorated in the names of an element, a class of subatomic particles and a large particle physics laboratory in Illinois.
Durham Harvey.
Fermi?
Correct. Your bonuses, Durham, now are on British overseas territories. Firstly, for 5, around the size of the London borough of Ealing, which British overseas territory is at 32 degrees 17 minutes north, 64 degrees 46 minutes west?
Something really tiny, something like Gibraltar?
Gibraltar?
Yeah.
Gibraltar?
No, it's Bermuda. Around twice the size of the City of London, which British overseas territory is situated at 36 degrees 8 minutes north, 5 degrees 21 minutes west?
Somewhere around there? Or Falklands? Is that the answer?
Do you reckon? I'm not very good at longitude, latitude.
No, I'd say Falklands. I can think
The
of.
Falklands?
The Falklands? No, it's Gibraltar. Just over half the size of Wales. Which British overseas territory has its capital at 51 degrees 42 minutes south, 57 degrees 51 minutes west?
Oh, if it's got a capital, then surely that's the Falklands.
The Falklands?
It is, yes. Right, 10 points for this. The addition of what final letter transforms words meaning river valley into foe of Doctor Who, unit of pressure into outer covering of a tree, and edible...
Durham Morgan Thomas.
K.
K is correct, yes. Right, Durham, your bonuses are on the shortlist for the Oxford Dictionary's 2013 Word of the Year. The winner, of course, was selfie. In each case, give the word from the definition. Firstly, a hyphenated term meaning to view multiple episodes of a television programme in quick succession, often by means of DVDs or digital streaming.
Oh, crikey. It's like something... Marathon? Film marathon? No, it's not one.
No, it's like...
Box? Something?
No, it's like...
I'm struggling here.
Storm
Say
watch
something.
or something, something weird like that. Just go... should we just go film marathon? It's
Might
not
as well.
film marathon, but it's not...
No, it's binge watch. Secondly, a noun denoting the practice of visiting a shop or shops to examine a product with the intention of buying it online at a lower price.
It's not window shopping, is it? But it's,
No,
it's
not.
the equivalent of that.
It's like...
Um,
Again, I've
fake
heard of it.
shopping?
It's not that.
Struggling here.
Anything better than fake shopping? It's like, isn't it like Amazon Browse or something like that?
Give it a go.
Amazon Browse?
No, it's showrooming. And finally, a digital currency in which transactions can be performed without the need of a central bank.
Coin. Bitcoin.
Correct. You're going to take a picture round. For your picture starter, you'll see a timeline in which the colours and abbreviations denote the political affiliations of the heads of state of a major country. For 10 points, name the country.
Durham Morgan Thomas.
France.
France is correct, yes. Following on, Durham, from that timeline showing the respective political affiliations of French presidents, for your bonuses, 3 more political timelines for you to identify, this time of the Prime Ministers of Commonwealth countries. In each case, simply name the country. Firstly...
Oh, that's Australia.
Yeah.
Australia?
Yeah.
Australia.
Correct. Secondly...
Is it Canada? Are they the Nationals and the Liberals? I think
It might be.
Yeah.
Canada?
No, it's New Zealand. It's National and Labour. And finally...
Oh. No, I thought it was Plaid Cymru, but it can't be. PC. Might be Canada. Yeah.
Canada?
Might be something French. Yeah.
Canada?
It is Canada, yes. 10 points for this. What title links an award-winning documentary series by Kenneth Clark on the history of Western art?
Durham Harvey.
Civilization?
Correct. Durham, these bonuses are on 17th century Britain. What short name is given to the Acts of Parliament, particularly those of 1673 and 1678, that limited public office to members of the Church of England?
Oh, blimey. Test? Test Acts? Test.
What do you think?
It might be.
Test Acts?
Yeah, I think so. Just Test.
Test.
Test Acts is correct. Secondly, the Test Act of 1678 excluded all Roman Catholics from Parliament except the Duke of York, who later ruled as which king?
James II.
James II?
James II is correct. And finally, the Corporation Act of 1661 restricted municipal public office to those who were willing to receive what right within the Church of England?
What's the thing with the bread? This is terrible. Communion.
Communion, Eucharist, which one? Communion. Communion.
Correct. 10 points for this. Used in reference to Mar-Garalon in Troilus and Cressida and Don John in Much Ado About Nothing, what word occurs 98 times in Shakespeare's plays and 17 times in the plural, notably in Edmund's speech in King Lear?
Brasenose-Oxford.
Bastard.
Correct. Right, your first set of bonuses, Brasenose, are on astronomy. With a linear scale in the region of 1 megaparsec, the loose aggregation of galaxies that includes our Milky Way galaxy is known by what two-word name?
Local group.
Correct. A somewhat irregular galaxy, debatably including a single stubby spiral arm. What is the fourth most luminous member of the local group?
Nominate black.
Pleiades.
No, it's the Large Magellanic Cloud. And finally, excluding dwarf ellipticals, the only galaxy classified as elliptical within the local group is M32, a satellite of which larger galaxy?
Do you think so? Yeah. Yep. Nominate black again.
Pleiades.
No, it's Andromeda, M31. 10 points for this. In astronomy, what is the largest of all constellations, stretching for more than 100 degrees across the sky? The same word in marine...
Brasenose-Thomas.
Sirius.
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. The same word in marine biology denotes a sessile coelenterate, noted for its ability to regenerate, and in Greek mythology, the serpent-like object of the second labour of Heracles. Let's have a buzz, Durham.
Durham Lloyd.
Medusa.
No, it's Hydra. 10 points for this. Its purpose is to shelter and enhance man's life on Earth and to fulfil his belief in the nobility of his existence. These words of the Finnish-born Eero Saarinen refer to which field of human creativity of which he was a noted 20th century exponent?
Brasenose-Oxford.
Visual art.
Anyone like to buzz from
Durham Morgan-Thomas.
Poetry?
No, it's architecture. 10 points for this. Which island nation is situated west of the Cook Islands and east of Fiji? Its national rugby team is noted for a victory over France.
Brasenose-Cartwright.
Samoa.
No, you lose 5 points. A victory over France, the eventual runners-up in the group stages of the 2011 World Cup.
Durham Lloyd.
Tonga.
Tonga is correct, yes. These bonuses, Durham, are on infectious diseases. Firstly, indicating a diverse group of illnesses characterised by high temperatures and bleeding disorders. For what do the letters VHF stand?
Fever, maybe? Like very high fever. Oh, sure. Has anyone got anything better than that? OK, he'll probably shout at me again, but... Very high fever?
No, it's viral hemorrhagic fever. Okay. Secondly, after an outbreak in the 1960s, which town in the German state of Hesse gives its name to a severe hemorrhagic virus? The town is also noted for its 16th century university.
What's Hesse? Heidelberg? Is Heidelberg Hesse?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Heidelberg? Heidelberg?
No, it's Marburg. Which river in the Congo Basin gives its name to a VHF closely related to the Marburg virus? Some strains can cause death in up to 90% of victims.
Sounds like Ebola. Ebola?
Correct. Time for a music round. For your music starter, I simply want the name of the person you're going to hear singing.
Brasenose-Oxford.
Carreras.
Anyone like to have a go from Durham? You can hear a little more if there's any left.
Durham Morgan-Thomas.
Pavarotti?
It is Pavarotti, yes. So for your bonuses, you're going to get 3 arias from Italian operas, each performed by Pavarotti. In each case, I want the name of the opera in which the aria appears. Firstly, for 5.
Tosca, I think. I'll probably wait for it to end and then maybe say that. Do we have to wait for it to end?
No, I think it is.
Tosca?
It is Tosca, yes. Secondly.
Oh, that's,
Sounds Puccini.
It's a down butterfly. think that might be Rigoletto. It's from the second act.
Okay. Rigoletto?
No, it's Donizetti's The Elixir of Love. And finally...
This is Rigoletto, is it? Yeah, it's definitely
Rigoletto.
That is from Rigoletto, yes. Right, 10 points for this. Slender and slow are common names of genera in which family are small primates related to the galagos and lemurs and noted for their nocturnal habits and large...
Darren Boyd-Shaw.
Loris.
Loris is correct. These bonuses, Durham, are on a poet and playwright. Published posthumously in 1940, Poet in New York was the response of which European writer to the city to which he had been sent by his parents in 1929 in order to study English and recover from a love affair?
European.
Auden? Auden? He did
No, he didn't die in 40. No, someone earlier.
Issued. Who?
No, it's not a poet.
Just anyone will do.
Crikey.
Name or date.
Spender.
Huh?
Yeah, Spender sounds bad.
Spender.
Yeah.
Spender?
Spender, he certainly didn't die in 1940. No, it's Lorca. Secondly, described as a tragic poem in 3 acts and 6 scenes, the title of which of Lorca's so-called rural plays means barren in Spanish?
Does anyone speak Spanish?
No, but the Latin is Vasta, something like that.
Vasta.
I'm going...
Anyone got anything better than Vasta?
No, it's Yerma. Directed by Paul Morrison, the 2008 film Little Ashes is an account of the relationship that developed in the 1920s between Lorca, Salvador Dali, and which Spanish surrealist filmmaker?
Oh,
Buñuel. Yeah.
Buñuel.
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 I'm guessing Dan was...
Buñuel?
Buñuel is correct, yes. 10 points for this. What given name is shared by the Prime Ministers who succeeded the Duke of Portland in 1783, Robert Peel in 1835, and Disraeli in 1868 and 80?
Darren Morgan-Thomas.
William.
William is correct. This set of bonuses is on preserved steam railways. All 3 names consist of a compass direction and an English county, for example, South Cheshire. Firstly, for 5, giving good views of the North Sea, which preserved steam railway runs from Sheringham to Holt?
East Yorkshire.
East Yorkshire. I live in East
like a
Yorkshire.
West
I'm not sure we have it well.
East something. Nottinghamshire, where's Holt? Leicestershire?
It's the North Sea, so...
Yeah, so East Lincolnshire, is a guess.
The East Lincolnshire Railway.
No, it's North Norfolk. One of the longest heritage railways in Britain. Which railway runs from Bishop's Lydeard to Minehead via Crocombe, Heathfield and Blue Anchor?
That's either Suffolk or Essex, I think.
OK.
South
We need a north or south or east or west
East
as well.
Suffolk?
East Suffolk.
South Suffolk?
The East Suffolk Railway.
No, it's the other side of the country. It's West Somerset. Finally, which railway runs from Hayward to Rawtenstall via Bury, Bolton Street and Ramsbottom?
Okay, that's Lancashire, so West Lancashire?
West
Or
Lancashire.
North Lancashire, one of the two. See,
Which one?
West.
West Lancashire.
No, it's East Lancashire. 10 points for this. Which... No need to buzz yet. I haven't asked the question. Right, fingers on the buzzers. Which state of the Great Lakes region gives its name to the most recent major advance of the North American ice sheet, which ended around 11,700 years ago?
Brasenose can't write.
Michigan.
No, anyone like to buzz from Durham?
Darren Lloyd.
Illinois.
No, it's Wisconsin. 10 points for this. Pyrolusite is a major ore of which metal, appearing between chromium and iron on the periodic table. It's often alloyed with steel to impart a hard yet pliant quality.
Brasenose can't write.
Copper.
No, anyone want to buzz from Durham?
Darren Morgan-Thomas.
Aluminium?
No, it's manganese. 10 points for this. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. In which book of the Old Testament do those words occur?
Darren Morgan-Thomas.
Proverbs?
Correct. Your bonuses this time, Durham, are on prominent people whose surnames are also adjectives associated with a European country. In each case, give the surname from the description. Firstly, the commander of the British Expeditionary Force from 1914 to 15.
There was a General French, wasn't there?
Yeah.
French?
Sir John French is right. Secondly, the last Roman Catholic Archbishop of Canterbury. He held the office from 1556 to 58.
Crikey. Oh, Pole, as in Poland, yeah, Pole.
Pole?
Reginald Pole is right. And finally, a composer born in Shropshire in 1862. His light operas include A Princess of Kensington, Tom Jones and Fallen Fairies.
I really can't think of
myself. When did he say this, Paul?
1860s. Well, German, might say.
Scots? Oh, no. Might be Scots. That's their name, isn't it? German.
Let's guess.
German.
Sir Edward German is right, yes. Second picture round now. For your picture starter, you'll see a statue of a historical figure. For 10 points, I want the forename and surname of the person depicted.
Durham Harvey.
George Stephenson?
It is George Stephenson outside Chesterfield Railway Station. For your bonuses, 3 more figures immortalised in statues at English railway stations. Name the person and the station in each case. Firstly, this notable figure and location.
Oh, is that Harold Wilson? Yeah, it is. And that'll be, where was he from in Yorkshire?
Don't know.
Bradford?
Does he want, like, the name of the building?
No, it's the station. It's a station.
Oh, OK.
So the place,
Sorry.
Bradford?
Oh, yeah,
Where was he from in Yorkshire?
Don't know.
OK,
Bradford,
say
maybe.
Bradford.
Harold Wilson and Bradford?
No, it is Harold Wilson, but it's Huddersfield Railway Station. Secondly, this.
Oh, that's John Betjeman and St Pancras.
St Pancras.
It's John Betjeman and St Pancras.
John Betjeman and St Pancras.
Correct. And finally.
Ken Dodd, isn't it?
That'll be Liverpool, if it's Ken Dodd.
Ken Dodd and Liverpool.
Specifically?
Liverpool Lime Street.
Correct. 10 points for this. In Greek mythology, Mount Helicon was a favoured haunt of which figures whose...
Durham Morgan Thomas.
The Muses.
Correct. Right, these bonuses are on physiology, Durham. In the human kidney, which fine tubular structures produce urine in the process of removing waste and excess substances from the blood?
Islets of Langerhans?
Oh, my goodness. I've got 3 answers. Which one are you going with?
Ignore mine. I know nothing.
To be fair, I don't really know.
Nominate Boyd Shaw.
Islets of Langerhans?
No, they're nephrons. One end of each nephron forms a cup-like structure known by what 2-word name after the 19th century surgeon who discovered its role in his filtration theory of urine formation?
Is it what Nikhil said? Is it
No, that's 3 words.
No,
Yeah,
just
I
take
know.
out the ov.
I know there's a loop of Henley, but again, that's 3 words.
Henley's
but I
loop.
can make it Henley's loop, and that
Henley's
would work.
Do it.
Henley's loop?
No, it's Bowman's capsule. And finally, what term denotes the cluster of capillaries in a nephron that's enclosed by Bowman's capsule?
Should we go with what you said again?
OK.
Nominate Boyd Shaw again.
Islets of Langerhans?
No, it's the glomerulus. Right, another starter question. You are leaving the American sector. These words could be seen and were enforced from 1961 to 1990 at what alliteratively named symbol of the Cold War?
Durham Morgan Thomas.
Checkpoint Charlie.
Correct. Your bonuses this time are on polities that function as de facto states but are wholly or partially unrecognised by other states. Firstly, the breakaway states of Abkhazia and South Ossetia both share borders with which 2 UN members?
Abkhazia is
Georgia and...
Azerbaijan?
Or Kazakhstan, one of the 2. What do you think?
Ooh. Is Kazakhstan EU?
No, it's UN.
It's UN, sorry.
UN.
Is it UN?
I could say Azerbaijan. Georgia and Azerbaijan.
Georgia and Azerbaijan.
No, it's Russia and Georgia. Secondly, the Republic of Transnistria is a separatist region within which UN state?
Ukraine?
No, it's Moldova. Finally, the self-proclaimed Republic of Nagorno-Karabakh is entirely surrounded by the territory of which country?
Not heard of that at all. Shall I just name a country?
Somewhere big. Yeah.
Turkey?
Go Turkey.
Turkey.
No, it's Azerbaijan. There are about 3 minutes, 15 seconds left, and there's a starter question here. The name of which subatomic particle differs by 1 vowel from the astronomical term for the natural satellite of a planet?
Durham Harvey.
Muon.
Muon is correct, yes. These bonuses, Durham, are on a literary award named after an 18th century London bookseller. Which annual award recognises the most distinguished contribution to American literature for children?
Oh, I think it's the Newbery Medal.
Is it? Yeah, that's for children.
Newbery Medal?
Correct. Which author won the 2009 Newbery Medal for The Graveyard Book, about a boy raised by assorted cemetery denizens? His other works include The Sandman and Coraline.
Yeah. Neil Gaiman.
Correct. The 1934 Newbery Medal went to Cornelia Meggs for Invincible Louisa, a biography of which 19th century author of novels for children?
Louisa May Alcott?
May Alcott. Louisa May Alcott.
Correct. 10 points for this. In January 2014, Bill de Blasio assumed office as mayor...
Brasenose Black.
New York.
Correct. Long way to make up, but you might do it. Stranger things... Well, not many things. Stranger things have happened. Right, 10 points for this. 3 questions on tests used to detect biological materials. If Benedict's reagent is heated in the presence of a high concentration of a monosaccharide with a free aldehyde group, what colour is the precipitate typically observed? Come on.
Blue.
No, it's orange or red. If Schultz's solution is used to stain plant material, what colour does cellulose appear?
Are you sure?
Black.
No, it's blue, violet or purple. The presence of what complex substance is indicated if a purple colour is observed in the Biuret test?
Starch.
No, it's protein. 10 points for this. Which former London prison gives its name to a genre of popular fiction of the 1830s based on the romanticised exploits of highwaymen and other criminals?
Brasenose Black.
Newgate.
Newgate is right, yes. Your bonuses are on countries slightly larger than the US state of Texas, which is almost 3 times the size of the UK. Around 9% larger than Texas, which country is subdivided into regions that include Antofagasta and Valparaiso?
Argentina.
No, it's Chile. 8% larger than Texas. Which landlocked African countries' provinces include Northern, Luapula and Copperbelt?
Zambia.
Correct. Around 12% larger than Texas. Which countries' provinces include Antalya, Van and Trabzon?
Turkey.
Correct. 10 points for this. In topology and political geography, respectively, what 5-letter word links Mobius with Gaza?
Durham Harvey.
Strip.
Strip is correct. Your bonuses this time are on military history. Published in 1851, The 15 Decisive Battles of the World is a work by which historian?
1851.
Come on.
It's not von Clausewitz. Von Clausewitz? Oh, yeah. No,
Nominate Pocho.
Carlisle?
No, it's Creasy. It broke forever the spell of Persian invincibility. The Gong, Brasenose-Oxford have 35, Durham have 250. What happened to you?
We were waiting for musicals.
Well, never mind. You were a nice team. I'm sorry we shan't be seeing more of you, but thank you very much for playing. Durham, 250 is a terrific score. We shall look forward to seeing you in the next stage of the contest. I hope you can join us next time for another first-round match. But until then, it's goodbye from Brasenose College, Oxford.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from Durham University.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.